Hello traders, it's Katie. After reading the comments on the previous video and looking at the statistics, I understood that you liked my new segment called Earn the Salary of a Certain Person. In this segment, we take the most popular professions in the world or the most famous people and try to earn their salaries per day, per hour or per month. The results vary because different people have different incomes. Today, we will focus on a football player named Vinicius Jr. For those who don't know, he is a rising star of Real Madrid football club. He is also known as the next Cristiano Ronaldo and plays with the number 7, just like Cristiano did. Today we will try to earn his salary. For those who don't know, he earns approximately 85,000 per day. This is an approximate amount, so his hourly rate would be around $3,625. Our starting balance is $100, and we will try to reach the mark of $3,625 per hour. The trading session will probably last less than 1 hour, so we will most likely even more his rate, about 30 or 40 minutes, but it could be much earlier. I will be streaming this on my Telegram channel. Join and subscribe, link in the description. There I share signals, useful information, and conduct various polls. In the meantime, please write in the comments which person or which profession I should choose for the next video and earn their salary. So let's get started. As in every video, I will first show you the indicators which we use and how we will earn this amount using a specific strategy. Just a reminder, our target amount is $3,625. Currently, we are on the TradingView platform. On this platform, I will explain which indicators we will use and how. The first indicator is Aroon. It is located at the bottom of the screen and is a technical oscillator consisting of 2 lines. These lines are Aroon up is blue and Aroon down it is orange. The indicator is based on a certain time period which can be adjusted, but the default value usually 14. Many people leave it at the default setting, and so we will too. It takes the highest price value over 14 days, which is the 14 period, and determines the percentage on a scale from 0% to 100%. This is the range of this indicator. The indicator is quite simple. If the orange line dominates, indicates an uptrend. It indicates a downtrend. It is also important to consider the direction of the position indicator. Currently, we can see that orange line is rising and the blue line is falling, indicating an upward trend on our chart. This is the basic of this indicator. However, there is also a popular moment for this indicator, indicating consolidation and uncertainty in the trend, or a very weak trend with strong or frequent changes. This is the basic operation of this indicator. So the second indicator is Donchian channel. It is located on the chart as a blue channel. It was developed by professional trader Richard Donchian. Here we have 2 main lines. One line represents the highest maximum over a given period, and the other line represents the lowest minimum over that period. In between them, there is an average moving line. It's not always available on all. Therefore, its name average means it is the average between these 2 values. It is important to pay attention to how long the push lasted and how long we stayed in the upper or lower zone before considering reversal. So therefore, often these channels are used as the main tactic. And the second tactic is to look at our position relative to the average line, both horizontally and vertically, and how long we have been in that position, the advantage of green or red candles. This is how this indicator works. Also, the third tactic that many people use, but often on long time frames, it helps you a lot. This is a general position of Donchian channel. Decrease, increase, decrease. But if we take the general trend of this graph, then we can see that we have in common is an upward trend on our graph. Then we had a fairly strong drawdown. The upward trend continued again. This is the essence of the work of this indicator. If you still have questions, feel free to ask them in the comments and I will be happy to answer. Namely, today, these two indicators will help us to earn $3,625. Let me remind you that this is how much Vinicius Jr. earns per hour. We will also try to earn this amount in an hour, or maybe even less. I hope you understand everything, so let's go to pocket option and then start trading. Here we are at the first currency pair. Let's quickly open a deal for a raise here and proceed immediately to the general analysis. At the moment, the overall picture of our chart shows that there is an uptrend. There was consolidation in the previous period, and according to the first indicator of the Donchian channel, we see that we're staying in the upper limits and changing the upper limits, thereby showing growth on our chart, which is very important. And we are also above the average mark, which is directed to the upper position. According to the ANR, the blue line has reached a maximum value of 100. These are the indicators and signals by which we open this deal. Let's watch our schedule and see what happens. So great, this deal is closing in a plus, and the balance is already $192. And we move to the next currency pair. Let's open a short trade here and start the technical analysis. Many people have a question. Why go down if there is an uptrend here? At the moment, also we have a small reversal. Most likely it be short and left, and we will continue to go down again. According to the Donchian channel, we see that we're staying below our average line, which is a very important indicator. According to the Aroon, we also see that our moving line has passed the peak of the red and headed to the lower position. There are the total signals in the opening of a down sign. Let's look at our chart, and we see that this transaction has closed in a plus, and we immediately switch to the next currency pair. Let's open a short trade here and proceed immediately to the general analysis. Here we are witnessing a general global downturn, and especially in recent periods. We also see that if we take the most recent period, we recently had a growth point, but nevertheless the drawdown continues quite steadily, which is the main signal of opening our deal for a decrease. So next we can see from the Donchian channel that the general channel is directed to the lower position, and we are near its lower boundaries. We have a decrease in both moving lines due to these swings, but the general trend is downtrend. Let's take a look at this. We see that this transaction is also successfully closing in a plus, and the balance is already $376. This was our third currency pair. I remind you that all these signals are broadcast in my Telegram channel, the link in the description under this video. And also do not forget about the YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, comment and ask questions. So we continue and increase the amount of our transaction to the maximum balance. to $379 and move on to the next currency pair. So here we open a trade for a decrease and immediately proceed to technical analysis, where the first thing we see is a general downward trend of the general last period and some kind of consolidation, because of which we are moving to the lower limits. Therefore, we open a trade. Further along the downtrend channel, we are consistently below our average line, which is a very important factor. And according to Aroon, we have two sliding lines directed to the lower position. Nevertheless, right is predominant. So let's take a look at our schedule. So great, this deal also opens in a plus and our balance is $721.92. That's why I suggest reducing the amount of the following transaction again. And we will not risk our balance. And advise you to trade 10 or 20% of your balance. We see that our indicators are working out at 100%. However, always look at the general situation from our market as well as technical analysis. So if we open a deal for an increase and immediately proceed to the general analysis. And we see that after opening the deal, we had a strong growth. However, it's still too early to rejoice, since everything can change at any moment. But nevertheless, there is a clearly an uptrend here, since the green candles are very much predominant in the last. So the downtrend channel, we also stay at the upper borders and try to change these borders, which is a very important indicator. And according to Aroon, we have a similar situation and the blue sliding line is directed to the upper trend and upper position. So let's just watch our schedule. Fortunately, great. This deal also closed in a plus and profit. In the lower left corner is exactly $92. And the total balance is also already $813.92. It was the fifth currency pair, where we'll enter the second round of our trading session and continue our trading. We open an uptrend here and immediately proceed to general analysis, where we see a global uptrend that set new resistance levels. But we opened an uptrend because I think the most likely we will continue the uptrend. Since we recently had a failed reversal, therefore we are more likely to continue to grow. We're also staying at the upper limit of the downtrend channel, and accordingly, we have recently reached a peak for Aroon. Nevertheless, Aroon is still the predominant curve line on the indicator. Let's check if we opened our deal correctly. And we see that this transaction is also closing in a plus, and we had a profit of exactly $92, since the percentage of our payments is more than 90%. Also, during the video, I tell you various useful tips, subtleties, nuances, and one of them is the percentage of payments. I recommend trading on a high payout percentages, that is above 7. I remind you that this trading session is broadcast in my Telegram channel, the link to which is under the description. So subscribe, copy the transactions that I conduct now. Moreover, there is a free system gutter where you can copy ID and tie it to your pocket option, and all transactions are copied automatically. Meanwhile, we are moving on to the next currency pair. Let's open a downside deal here and proceed to the general analysis. Meanwhile, we are moving on to the next currency pair. Let's open a downside deal here and proceed to the general analysis, where we observe a slight recovery, but most likely it will not be long-term, since the overall global downtrend is predominant and is in the last segment of our chart. The downtrend also prevails. Next, we can look at the shadows, where we can observe that the clearly downtrend is predominant on our chart. And according to the Donchian channel, we see that the slanting lines are also shifted to the lower position. And according to the Aroon, although two moving lines look at the lower position, nevertheless, the red one leads among these moving lines. Let's take a look at our schedule. Great, again, our deal, dear traders, is closing in a plus, and our profit was exactly $90. I propose at this point to summarize and to sum up our global results. We started our trading session with a balance of $100. And so far, by the end of our trading session, we have managed to earn $995.92. We will agree that this is a rather pleasant amount, which we have multiplied by 10 times. We traded today on the Pocket Option Broker on currency pairs. We had 5 of them, but we made 1.5 circle. That is, we traded on 5. In total, we have 7 currency pairs in today's trading session. Our transaction time was about 1 minute. One transaction corresponds to 1 minute, with a value of our was $100. The next video will be made based on your comments from the smallest balance. As you asked, we will also take the range of $5, $10, $15, $20. Also, write in the comments which rubrics or format appeal to you more, what would be better for me to shoot. I remind you that 2 indicators we use today are the Donchian channel. Here are the parameters for those who are interested. My parameters are all standard. They are completely suitable for me, and you can change your style, your cabinet as you wish. And also the parameters of the Aroon indicator, which is a period in 25 division into 25 periods. Those who are interested can copy this also in my Telegram channel, where I show all the settings. Sometimes I change them and explain why I changed. By the way, you asked to show you a long-term strategy. So this is where it is. Just take it and work on it and raise your balances. This strategy completely works in the long term, and this is not about one long-term section. So use it. You can also use different indicators, which will not pose any problems. At this stage, I will complete this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, write comment, turn on the notification, and the most important thing, of course, subscribing to the Telegram channel, where there are a lot of useful information, strategies, signals, reviews from my students. Sometimes I choose a one and a free student to join me on my streaming, and much more that you can find in my Telegram channel. Also subscribe and turn on the notification there. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.